The BBC.
Plenty of grim incidents in football and F1, as you were hearing there. We'll start at the Emirates, though, where Arsenal lost 2-1 to Wolves. It bumps the visitors up to 6th in the table, though top scorer Raul Jimenez is currently in hospital following a nasty clash of heads with David Luiz in the first half. Fewer goals, though, in West London as it ended 0-0 between Chelsea and Tottenham. It put Spurs back at the top of the table, though manager Jose Mourinho says his players' reaction shows their mindset is right.
The best thing for me today is that my dressing room is not happy. You come to Stamford Bridge, a draw normally is a good result. To stay top of the league is a nice thing. They're not happy. I'm not happy, and that for me is the best feeling of all.
Manchester United came from 2-0 down to beat Southampton 3-2 at St Mary's. While we'll have a club that isn't Celtic etched onto Scottish domestic silverware for the first time since 2016. They were knocked out of the Scottish League Cup, losing 2-0 to Ross County, and it's piling the pressure on struggling manager Neil Lennon.
There's expectation of this club, there's a demand for excellence and there's a demand for wins, and I am fully aware of that, and I'm not standing here like a happy clapper going everything's okay, because it's not, but we'll do all we can if I've still got the opportunity to do that, to turn things around.
No such worries for Rangers, though. They put 4 past Falkirk to reach the quarter-finals. The FA Cup shock of the day came from 8th tier Marine, who scored an extra-time winner to reach the third round. All of the rest of the day's results can be found on the BBC Sport website. Meanwhile, manager Phil Parkinson has parted company with League One Sunderland after 13 months in charge. Now, you heard in the news there it was victory for Lewis Hamilton at the Bahrain Grand Prix, but that's not what he was focused on after the race.
It was such a shocking image to see.
Heading up towards turn 4 now. Oh, big one into the wall.
I mean, it's horrifying. I mean, his car, the cockpit, I don't know what G's he pulled, but I'm just so grateful that the halo worked. You know, it could have been so much worse.
Yep, a horrific crash for Haas driver Romain Grosjean that saw his car split into 2 and burst into flames. He's been kept overnight in hospital because of burns on his hands, though x-rays have shown he's got no fractures. On to cricket, and England have won their T20 series against South Africa with a game to spare after edging a 4-wicket win in Paarl earlier. Dawid Malan's 55 from 40 balls helped the visitors to recover from 83 for 4 as they chased down 147 runs with 1 ball remaining.
The bowlers set it up, which allowed us to be able to take a bit of time. Thankfully we got over the line. And I think especially with the short boundary to the one side and the wind, you sort of back yourself to be able to catch up. You're always 1 over away from sort of sealing the game, and that's the belief that we had today.
In Rugby Union's Autumn Nations Cup, Ireland beat Georgia 23-10. And world champion Ronnie O'Sullivan reckons he deserved his shock result at the UK Snooker Championship. He was knocked out in the second round by world number 66, Alexander Ursenbacher.
I felt embarrassed, I just couldn't put nothing together, I just felt like every time I would come to the table, I wasn't going to put 2 balls together, so you only win matches if you deserve to win matches, and you lose matches if you deserve to lose matches. I deserve to lose that match.
And that for now is the latest from BBC Sport.
BBC Sport.